I am. Hold on, let me see my nice mug. Look at that. Ow, it's hot. I am Ray, and the Matrix is fallen. Congratulations, you've won. Now here is your reward. You see, when you break free from the illusion of the Matrix, you gain immense power to do whatever you want, although you are fundamentally different at this state. So if you didn't know this, what the Matrix is, it's like if you've ever seen Pink Floyd, their album, you know how there's the little pyramid and the dot at top? Yeah, looking a little racist here, buddy. Now you're a police officer. I was thinking because of the haircut, but now it's like they got no brains. We're getting off on the wrong foot. That's not a triangle. Picasso, where are you? The Matrix. The pyramid. So imagine the big white light going through the prism, and then it gets channeled out into all the different colors of the rainbow. That's basically as simple a description of existence as you can possibly get. The Matrix, that is the illusion, is reality that is being perceived through this sense of separation. This singularity is the mind. The mind is just a pointed tool that creates the sense of separation, of individuality. So I can say, I am me and you are you. And look at all the different forms of reality. There's a dog. Not only my homies, but also a literal dog. And there's a tree. And there's a dog peeing on the tree. It's all separate forms. Every little individual thing is separate. We, with our mind, label it as this is a thing. And then with that thing comes all kinds of memories and ideas and thoughts and understanding of what that thing is. But fundamentally, it's all the same one light. So the Matrix, it's not the world, it's not the system. It's a false reality created through our misunderstanding of the truth. Once you realize that the dog and your homies, it's all the same one light, it's all the same one God, life fundamentally shifts, and well, the Matrix is gone. Never had any power to begin with, but you literally gain this kind of power to command reality. Like in the movies. Have you seen the movies? Been like, what, 30 years? Get on board, uncultured swine. Of course not you. So let's clarify some things. God in you is being filtered through your mind and projected out onto the world. This creative God power is the source of creation itself. So whatever information you have, that is you, that is your body, that is your mind, your temporary self, the God power is getting filtered through that and being projected out onto the world. So life is just a reflection of you. Your inner world and your outer world are mirror reflections of each other. And because people don't know this, they're creating their reality unconsciously all the time with their stupid thoughts and their stupid actions and their feelings, but mostly their beliefs. This is like why the placebo effect is a thing. It's because through your assumption, through your certainty and your faith in what is true, you make it true with this creative God power. Now, those who are a slave to the Matrix, who perceive reality through a sense of separation, they identify with their body or their mind, their individual self. So what happens? The world can enslave you because all it has to do is poke at your fears and your unconscious. Like, think about it. Let's say maybe you're broke. Through money, the system can enslave you because you think money is important. You say, I need money to survive. That's my monkey nature. I need to buy bananas, and if I can't buy my bananas, I'm gonna be pissed. So the system says, well, you gotta grind for those bananas. You can't just have them willy-nilly. That wouldn't be very, profitable. So you slave away in the world, slaving away your life for bananas, or more specifically, money that's not worth anything. But you believe it to be worth something because that's what the world tells you, and that's because what your survival system says, hey, we need this to survive, so it's very, very important. That's one way people in the Matrix are enslaved. But once you realize that it's all just fugazi, it's not real, it's an illusion, it has no power, the system has no power, nothing of this world has any power over you, you are sovereign, well, you can do anything. But those who do not know their power, they have no power. And the price of ignorance is slavery and death. So what happens? Once you realize that the bright white light, that is God, is the same light that is the world, it's just manifesting in form, in these infinite array of different colors. And you are the portal in between worlds. And your mind is like a laser beam that points that God power in whatever direction you want. Then you have the infinite power of God at the touch of your fingertips. The only thing is, to the degree in which your consciousness or your identity is attached to your body or your mind, that's the degree in which your power is limited. So you got a little battery, you got to charge that battery. For example, the more you realize that it's all God, the more you realize your true position, that you are God experiencing itself through separation, living in the world that is also God, until you realize this, your attention is going to get pulled all over the place by the things of this world, by your desires, by your attachments, by the things you want to avoid. And therefore, somebody else takes control of that God laser and points it in the way they want it. Because the people, the forces of the world of power, they know their power, and they know you don't know your power. So they can easily take it from you with your attention. Your attention is what directs this God power. So protect your eyeballs. Pay attention to what you focus on. That's the whole game. The forces of the demonic or the darkness that live in the realm of ignorance enslave those who are ignorant, and they do this by hijacking their attention, causing them to force that creative God power in the ways that they want it instead of the ways that the host wants it, like a parasite, stealing all the life juices. That is what it means to be a battery in the matrix. This God power is just life. It's the life in you, the animating principle of existence that you get to channel in any way you want, unless you give that power away freely of your own consent to the forces of darkness, which everyone's doing. Why is this? It's because they don't realize that they're doing it. For example, you look out at the world and you look at the other people, the other monkeys. They're all grinding and doing their thing and slaving away for money. So you just automatically assume that that's what you have to do. Think about how counterintuitive that is. It's so self-evident that this, whatever this is the truth. I gotta make money to survive, I gotta do this, I gotta do that. That nobody ever questions it at all. And the worst kind of prison is the prison in which you don't realize you're a slave. Now, let me be clear. There's a difference between feeling like a slave and grinding your life away for money, and realizing that money is just a tool and it has no power over you. It has no power over your life at all. And that you are the source of all abundance. You see? That is what I mean when you don't have to slave away. It doesn't mean you don't get money and you don't receive money. It's the same thing. It doesn't mean you don't do things in the world. It means you escape the paradigm of slavery and powerlessness over your life, and you rise to a higher state of consciousness where you are the source of those things, and those things are not, you do not get them outside of you. Because what do most people think? I gotta go get a job because then I get money, and the people who give me the job and the money, that comes from them. No, it does not. It does not come from them. You are giving your power away to someone else. Slave. You are the source. Meaning, you can have as much money as you want. You can work as much as you want. You can do what you love. It doesn't matter. You can make money doing what you love. My finger is not rising high enough. Come on. Come on. Everything you desire is already yours. You just have to believe it and have certainty that it is possible. Literally, the only thing that cuts off anyone from their dreams is their belief that it's not possible. They give up, they sabotage themselves, and they sacrifice their dreams on the altar of practicality. I've got bills to pay. I've got taxes. Uncle Sam is at my door. Darn it, Uncle Sam, you're not a very good uncle. But those who see the world do not see God, and those who see God do not see the world. This is the key difference. You have to see that it's all God. It's all the same one light. Because until you realize that it's all just God playing with you, or playing with itself through you, then you're going to take things very seriously. And you're going to really be in your psychological drama about what is happening to you. Like, oh man, I don't know how I'm going to pay my bills. How am I going to do this? Well, through God, all things are possible. So jot that down. It's like, no, you've forgotten the whole point, my friend. God is already trying to give you everything you desire. You just got to wake up and start dancing through life and stop struggling. Stop taking everything so seriously. That's the whole key. Because once you see through the illusion, you're like, oh, it's just pretend. It's all just pretend. It's all just God pretending to experience whatever. And at the end of the day, God's fine. Everything's fine. No matter what happens. And really all this is, it's a habit of remembering God over and over again. So that when you go out and do your life in the world, you stop forgetting the actual game that is being played. That you are a divine creator with the infinite power of God, playing the game of life with God. So there's you, there is God giving you experiences, and then there is you reacting to those experiences. Wow. It's a dance between you and God that's designed for fun. There's no end goal. There's no rainbow or gold at the end of a rainbow. There's no result to get. There is just this present moment and the enjoyment of the experiences you are going through. You are already at the finish line of it all. There is no next. There is no tomorrow. There is only right now and the experience that you are having. And your interaction with that experience. And whenever you find yourself getting lost in the illusion again, because it happens, we get pulled back into our senses. Something happens and then we freak out, we go unconscious, we get triggered, whatever. We start suffering. In that moment, you use your suffering as an indication that you have forgotten, that you have been pulled back into the illusion, and now it's time to remember. And literally through your awareness alone, you dissolve that ignorance. And it continues to dissolve over and over again, just simply as you become more and more aware. Because your awareness is the light, and ignorance is darkness. And ignorance creates suffering. So in the moment when you experience suffering and you become aware, the light dissolves the darkness. And as I like to say, the root of all suffering is unconsciousness, but the source of all enlightenment is suffering. The suffering that you go through in this life is designed to wake you up. That is why the system is set up the way it is. The lords of darkness have power over the illusion. They have no real power because the whole thing is an illusion. But when you're in the illusion, it creates a lot of suffering because life sucks being a slave to someone else. And that suffering is designed to wake you up and wake you up and wake you up until you're free. Then you control the matrix. You have complete control over it all. Now, of course, there's training involved, like you have to learn how to be in the world, but not of the world. You have to learn how to use that God power. You have to master yourself so that you learn how to use that tool that's like a bow and arrow or a laser beam, and you focus it in the ways you do want and take it away from the ways you don't want. That's literally all the whole game is. If you want to create any life that you desire and feel free, you must learn how to take control of your mind and stop focusing on stupid things. And every time you focus on something stupid, it creates suffering. You create something you don't want. And the suffering that it creates, it's gotta wake you up. You gotta become aware. So you stop doing it. And you just get a little bit better and a little bit better at pointing your mind in the right ways and taking it away from the wrong ways. And not right and wrong like morality. I mean right and wrong like, I prefer this experience and I would not prefer to have this experience. And so just think about it. Moving forward, you have some experience in the world. Two possibilities. What is happening is what I want to be happening. And what is happening is not what I want to be happening. So every time something happens that you don't want to have happen, you just flip it on its head and say the opposite. Like, for example, if you're struggling with money, okay, this is the reality that I don't want to be experiencing. So, first of all, if I have this creative God power that says, you create more of what you focus on, well then guess what? You stop focusing on the lack and scarcity you're experiencing and you start focusing on the abundance that is already here. You just train your mind day after day to say, hey, look, there's some abundance. Let me focus on that and feel really good about it. And oh, there's lack and scarcity over here. Let me use that moment to focus on abundance. Like, everything is working out perfectly. This is an opportunity for me to reaffirm what I do want. It's just God showing me these options. Hey, you want to go this way? You want to go that way? Hey, God, I want to go this way. Okay, it's all good. Let's go. There's no, I gotta struggle really hard to get what I want. No, it's just God. Okay, you say you want something, God says okay. Then God gives you the situations for you to become that person that can receive what you want. But then what happens? We get all annoyed and frustrated because life isn't going exactly the way we want it to. Or exactly the way we expect. But you have to have a little bit of faith and trust that things are working out. That life is taking care of you. And what will happen is that whenever you ask for something, it is already given to you freely. But you have to go through the experiences that lead to that outcome. And those are not always what you expect them to be. Which is where faith comes along. And as you go through those experiences and you become more aware and you see how life is shaping you into the greatest version of yourself, then you don't need to have so much faith anymore. You just understand. You just see that this is just the way it is. There's no having to fool myself into believing that things are good when they're not. It's just obvious. You just see with your own two eyeballs. Your eyeballs. You see that, oh, well, life is already perfect. It's all good. It's all good. No worries. Hakuna Matata. And you can just relax for 5 seconds. And you stop trying to control life so much. And you're just chilling. And life is good. I want this. Okay, it's done. And you gain that power more and more and more. You might not have it in the very beginning, but eventually it becomes easier. You can just will into existence whatever you want. Because you know your power. Like a king or a queen. All they have to do is sit on the throne, relax, and speak orders, and reality just happens. You're living from the state of royal consciousness instead of the state of beggar consciousness. You know you're living in beggar consciousness when you feel powerless, when you feel like a slave to a life you don't desire, when life is really hard, when you're struggling all the time. But when you're in royal consciousness, life is effortless. I am Ray. Transform your life in the Spiritual Rebels community. Link is below. Much peace and many blessings. And remember, just be. I gotta find that be. This is getting weird.